one life is changed, it's totally worth it. You know, it's worth every second, every minute, every hour, every day of preparation, every dollar, every bit of sweat that you put into it. It's worth it if one life gets changed. My name is John McBride, and I'm the event coordinator and promoter for Breaking Chains Concerts. It's a Christian-based organization. It's an outreach organization, and so our hope is through this ministry and the concerts and things that we do is that we can reach those people, make connections, and follow up. And so essentially what we try and do every year is bring together a variety of speakers and different genre of music and set up a festival. You guys have all been to a concert before where you see the band, but once the band's done playing, they load up, they're gone. You may see them at their table or something like that. We try and personalize it more because we feel like there's more to be gained off stage a lot of times. A particular song might speak to an individual and they want to follow up. They want to hear the artist's idea behind this song and what it meant to them. There's access. You're there, you're talking with them. And if you can see the setup behind me, that's the artist tables are just directly to the right of the stage. For me, music has always been very essential part of my life. Music bridges a lot of gaps. It's such a great tool to reach out to people where they're at. There's so many messages that can be conveyed through music. So that's kind of what got it rolling for me. I saw the need, and my wife and I just kind of got together and we talked to some people at the Community Foundation of Northwest Missouri and set up a nonprofit through them.
I really just was moral support for him. I mean, he kind of had the idea himself, and this is kind of where he wanted to go with it. So I just kind of stood back and let God do the work and let him lead him however he wanted to go. And I just do moral support and go for errands, whatever he needs me to do.
But there's so many things that young people and adults are battling today, from addiction to depression, anxiety, all those things. I come from an addiction background, so that's where my heart is, I guess. I've lost a lot of friends to addiction. Fortunately for me, I was saved out of that lifestyle, but I wanted to create an environment and create an organization that focused on trying to reach people that were in trouble.
He's had drug abuse in the past, and I came from an abusive home. There's just such a wide spectrum of addictions and chains that need to be broken. It's not just one thing, it's so many others. And I guess for me, I see a lot of young girls who are in bad places, and a lot of things are created from our past. Just to know there's another way. I mean, you can come out to something like this and really just enjoy yourself, and just to be free to worship God and to praise and just to reach people that maybe never would come to something like this.
So we want it to be an uplifting environment, and we want it to be a fun environment. We want people to be able to just come out with their families and enjoy it as well. But at the end of the day, the goal is to speak into somebody's life and hopefully make a difference. Sometimes it's a struggle because you kind of put together a plan on what bands you'd like to bring in, and then you're like, okay, here's our goal. This is what to make this event happen. This is what we need to do. And so then we start the process of fundraisers and sponsorships, reaching out to local businesses, and then letting the community know where the needs are. There's people out there that if you tell them what you're trying to do and what your goal is and share your heart with them, if they want to get on board, they want to know what you need. And that's happened a lot over the last 4 years since we started this. There's 5 artists performing. They're going to be able to relate to a younger audience, which we could very well have. So it's kind of a mix. There's some national acts, but then we've got a rapper, T. Jones, and then Adelaide, who's our headliner tonight. I think all of those artists have the ability to reach people because we've got totally different styles of music. Some of those guys have the biggest hearts in the world. If you actually listen to their lyrics and talk with them, there's just passion. If you look at the verbiage that goes into their lyrics, it would blow you away. I mean, it really would. Whitney Ice is our MC. The singer for the band comes over and he puts his hand on my shoulder and he's like, John, he's like, you've got to give this girl a microphone. And she got up and she just kind of shared her story, and it blew me away. It was so humbling. But just kind of having her kind of at the front of house, kind of leading us through the festival is going to be pretty exciting.
We have the Facebook page. Anybody can access that on Facebook. I think you can reach so many more people with that. I mean, one person sees it and then they tag a friend or they repost it, and then it gets to so many more people that wouldn't see it, that maybe wouldn't know. And hopefully they would pass on to their friends what it's more about.
Each year there's little stories that come out of these festivals. That's my goal, I guess, to find out what that next story is, and I don't know. You could have 10,000 people here or 10 people here. If I hear one story, you know, of somebody's life has been touched or reached, that is like enough fuel in my tank to start looking towards next year. I mean, if one life is changed, it's totally worth it.
Well, hopefully we can continue to grow every year, maybe grow outside the community.
Do the work that God wants us to do and just continue to use music as the foundation format for it to reach people. Well, I want to be active one way or the other. It keeps me going. You know, I know what I went through in my past, I'm supposed to use to help people.
There's so many chains that we have that can be broken, and if we just have faith, knowing that these chains don't have to tie us down. I mean, we can get free from anything as long as we just have faith.